I'm Barry Banther, author of A Leader's Gift, How to Earn the Right to be Followed. As a young boy, I always wanted to be a leader, and for me, that meant becoming a manager. And on a summer afternoon in 1975, that happened for me. I was only 23. The call came from a man who had interviewed me earlier about being the general manager of a major market radio station. This was the opportunity I was looking for, or at least I thought. As I arrived in Baltimore to take on this new position, I was picked up at the airport by one of my employees. He was older than me, and I would soon find out they all were. I had been in broadcasting for, almost a decade. I understood how to meet the bottom line. I understood how to draw an audience. But what I didn't know was how important it was to put people first. In fact, on the ride from the airport into the station, I had 100 questions. It was about equipment and market penetration. It was about demographics. And I looked back on it later and realized I never asked him once anything about himself. But as I began to get started, we hit our numbers very quickly. In fact, within 1 year, I was promoted from being general manager of just that station to being the executive vice president, general manager of stations and properties in Baltimore, Cincinnati, Toledo, Los Angeles, and eventually in Tampa. What I didn't discover until later was that I wasn't building a team. I was achieving the bottom line results, but sabotaging the team. But then I got a wake-up call. And when I got my wake-up call, I didn't even know I was asleep. It came in the form of a letter from one of my employees. And I saw the return address. He was from another city, a station in another city. And as I opened it up and read it, he, along with some colleagues, indicated why they didn't think I was a very good leader. In fact, why he didn't want to work for me anymore. It was a turning point. Would I just toss it away, or would I learn from it? It would take me a decade to learn the lessons of what it means to be a lasting leader. And as I began to study other leaders, as I stepped aside from actively leading that business and got more engaged in discovering who I am, I came to the conclusion that leadership isn't something we do. Leadership is someone we become. And to become that person, it takes a commitment and it takes a goal. I found there are 5 gifts that lasting leaders have. They nurture those gifts. Then they learn how to give those gifts away, and as a result, they draw followers. They create a team that will follow them in even the most difficult circumstances. And over that decade, as I developed those, I also began to find that I became a better leader. Eventually, founding my own consulting firm, and now I've been the lead consultant in over 400 leadership engagements. And all those lessons I've learned, the thousands of leaders I've trained, we've boiled that down into a leader's gift. In the leader's gift, I will share with you the story of these 5 gifts and give you very practical tools to be able to help you implement them in your life. You don't have to take the decade that I took. In fact, if you go to aleadersgift.com, you can immediately take a gift assessment. You can see how you're doing right now in these 5 gifts. And then there are many more resources there to help you grow and develop and become the lasting leader that you want to be.